countdown of the 100 greatest films of all time marches on now. Believe it or not, Victor Lucas, somehow, some way, we have reached number 3. What weighs in at number 3? Well, it's your beloved Richard Donner and his movie Superman. States all the way back to 1978. And if I remember the movie poster correctly, you'll believe that a man can fly.
I don't know if it would have been as successful without the superb casting of Christopher Reeve, who really embodied this character.
This guy,
well,
right?
he was a theater actor. I know, and he was an unknown.
What a face on this guy!
Amazing, and
he's got the hair curl and everything.
Well, and he was also fully committed to the role, and this is one of the hardest characters to make us care about because he is a god. The script was fantastic. Mario Puzo, who wrote The Godfather, was a part of writing the script for this film, and it was really filled with all kinds of empathetic characters, fantastic performances from terrific actors. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Marlon Brando as Jor-El, and Ned Beatty is terrific in this movie as Otis, who's a bumbling ally to Lex Luthor. Margot Kidder is amazing as Lois Lane.
Who are you?
A friend.
There was also a move towards fantasy and a move away from skeptical realism of early 1970s cinema, and people wanted to believe in things like superheroes and Jedi Knights and Jaws, you know, sharks that would come and attack you.
Just thinking about Superman, you kind of sleep a little bit better at night. You think about this guy as a fictional character, you're like, what if he was real? Everything would be so much better.
Well, he is an answer to, you know, a post-Nixon era America where who do you believe in if you can't believe in somebody like this altruistic superhero? And he is a profound part of our popular culture. And if you really want to see the significance of what Superman means, this film means, look at any promotional material that Warner Brothers has put out since 1978, and Christopher Reeve's face in the Superman costume is a part of that. It's a prominent, key, cornerstone, touchstone character in the pantheon of Warner Brothers offerings. It's important, it's a well-made, well-crafted movie, and Donner really was on the cutting edge with how to define superhero truth on screen. He gave us a Krypton that felt palpable, that felt rich with integrity and honor for the history of the Superman mythos, and then he gave us a Smallville that we believed in and a Ma and Pa Kent that were wonderfully cast in the film, and all of the sequences of Clark Kent being crafted and created, and then his first kind of reveal in Metropolis is my favorite scene in the whole movie, when he comes out as Superman and the guy says, "Yo, Jim, that's a bad outfit," and then he says, "Excuse me," and he takes off and grabs Margot Kidder as she's falling down. That gives me chills. That's like one of the most incredible sequences I've ever seen in any movie.
You've got me! Who's got you?
You know, there's so many things to admire about this film, and you know, we live in an era now where we kind of take excellent superhero movies for granted. There really hadn't been any before this. I mean, if you look at the incarnations of Superman prior to 1978, we're talking about George Reeves, we're talking about the old black and white serials, we're talking
Batman TV show from the 60s.
Yeah, we're talking about lots of cheesiness. Nobody had looked at these characters with reverence the way that Richard Donner did. And I don't think we would have the Christopher Nolan series of Batman movies without this movie really, you know, exploring some new territory, taking these characters seriously, taking the idea of being a superhero as an adult thing. I mean, I think part of the reason why we're standing here right now is because of this film.
Absolutely. Honestly, there was a few things sort of leading to the gestation of a movie that worked as well as this one did. One of them was the effects movement that was happening in Hollywood, and George Lucas and Spielberg were right on the tip of all of that stuff, and a lot of shared ideology, a lot of common talents were used to create a believable sequence of this actor flying around in these environments. An amazing movie. You've got to own this thing on Blu-ray. You have to give it a tip of the hat, even if you're a bigger fan of X-Men or you like what The Dark Knight is all about. All of them owe some credit to Richard Donner's Superman, and that is why it is number 3 on the top 100 movies of all time list.
And then there were 2.